the job. Then so I continued doing other things, and so after another time, I got another job with Dwelling Places. Then there was other short opportunities coming in there, short contracts. So I got another opportunity with Dwelling Places Uganda. And so when I started working with Dwelling Places Uganda, that was in 2019. Yes, yeah, in 2018 August, and then 2019. So in 2020, that's when COVID came in. But I kept also my teaching assistantship in the university. So I was juggling the two jobs at the same time because I wanted to make ends meet. And after some time, that's when we had COVID-19. I lost both my jobs. My contract, one of a donor project ended, and so the organization could not sustain the paying, and so I was put on, a leave. And later I was given a letter. They informed me that, Molly, we still need your service, but we don't have money to pay you. So that was okay with me, and then I moved on. So I thought I still had the ones for the university. That's now when also the university is really closed. Remember, I had a family to look after, but I said I will not give up, and because of that, I started a passion fruit business. Now, it was one of those days I reached a point in COVID where I almost could not afford to look after my family. And I used to fetch firewood from one of the nearby forests within my area to endeavor that my family gets something to eat. So one of those days I was lost in my thoughts, and I was trying to cross the road. And I belong to Rotary. So one of the Rotarian almost saw me and almost talked to me. So he came and parked and asked me, Molly, what's the problem? Please tell me what's going on in life. You're not the joyful person I know, because naturally I'm a very joyful girl. And so I told him, frankly, you will never understand my problems. There's so many, in that I had so many problems. So, but later, with a long talk, he told me, tell me, what's the problem? So I informed him and told him, you know what? I think it's just amazing that I can't look after my family, and my need right now is charcoal. So he got me $100, and I used the $100 to start the passion fruit business. Now, I bought one sack of charcoal, and then also later I went ahead and bought the passion fruit, bought the passion fruits. I had to travel up country because initially I used to go to Owino and get all these things, but unfortunately it looked like it was a bit very hard for me. But later, as time went on, I just decided to continue with my life, and yeah, I started like that. Then the next thing I know, New Vision covers my story. They were very inquisitive to know this young lecturer who is, selling butunda. So that's how my life started, and I never looked back. As I speak today, I'm a very proud hawker of butunda. I hawk butunda for a living, and I do door to door, and I am always there to encourage young girls. But just to let you know, being frank with you, I reached a point that even those men who had, always wanted to be part of me in my life, those ones that had promised, I reached a point of reaching, should I call them for help, like lowering your standard? But because I knew who I am in me, and I didn't want someone to use me or take me for granted, I continued with my life. As I speak today, I don't regret, and I am able to sell about 4 sacks of passion fruits a week. And I have gone global, where people now make orders online and then I deliver to their families. And I keep on telling people, you can't be me, discover yourself. The beauty about me in that even if I am going to go somewhere to sell my passion fruits, let me tell you something, I am very smart. For people who have watched me on TV, I am very smart. I dress like as if I'm going in for a meeting, corporate meeting, and people will buy. If it's a Friday, I would wear like someone who's going into, a corporate some meeting, and then people are like, oh, hold on. The people who sell would also behave like that. And that's how life has been, and I don't regret.
Junior university lecturer says COVID-19 left her jobless and life was hard.
I look after 5 people. I have my mother who's a stroke patient. I have my brother who stays with me. I had a maid I could not say, please leave. The maid has a child. So I had to endeavor that my maid gets food. I make sure that my mother has medication. So I just had no option but to work. So I had to put my, how do I call it, not professionalism, but the classy bit of it to go down into what we call, some people would call it dirty work.
With an initial capital of $100 that was given to her by a friend, Nantongo started buying passion fruits from farmers in western Uganda. She got most of her customers online because of restrictions on public transport during the lockdown. She now makes door-to-door deliveries.
In Kabale, I had to sleep in the market, and then in the morning I went to the farmers. I just went to the ladies who sell them and I asked them, I want to buy passion fruits, can you direct me? So out of those ones, one of them took me to the farmer.